Good morning, my
Good
Lise.
Good morning, Julia. And how are you? Week
I'm
number
good. How are you?
Let's just double checking. Yeah, week number 46.
46, eh? Wow. Well, today
Hey,
marks a,
time flies when you're having fun, right?
yes, it does. It absolutely does. Um, Today marks the actual 1 year anniversary of the first Canadian case of COVID-19.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah, it's been a year already. Can you imagine?
I know. I don't know. It's just baffling this. It's gone by. And it's
Yeah,
a
well, it's been a year, so we are really interested. Well, before I go into that, I would like to mention that we have an awesome show today. We're going to be sitting down and chatting with artist Yafa Goeli. Um, she's very accomplished, and they came to
Mhm.
Cornwall right before the pandemic. So we'll talk to them, to her, a little later in the show, maybe around 10:15, something like that.
Yep.
Um, but for now, we would like to know about our viewers a year after. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? How are you holding on to things? How have things changed? If you have anything you'd like to say to us, you can always type in the chat box. You can also join us on video. I will be putting the link in the chat box and you can check it out. Um, we'll be happy to just bring you in on video if you do click on that link. Um,
Yeah,
People
we
are
would
so
love
shy;
to.
they don't. We would love to see people,
Yeah, yeah, we
right?
would love to see you on the show. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Or if you're too shy, just type it in. Like, how are you holding up? How is your mental health? This is such an important thing today, um, more important than ever. How is your mental health? There's tips.
yes,
We had some people who came on the show and gave us tips on how to hide.
good
Good morning,
morning.
Gail. Tips on how to stay sane during these trying times.
Yeah,
Um,
and our February speaker is going to have a really good article with Betty Healy as well. So look out for that. We're working on the issue right now. It'll be out beginning of February, but she's got some really good pointers too.
did you see that little hand over there?
I saw that little hand.
Did you see that little hand over there? My boy is here. He's doing homeschool because the schools are not open. So
Mhm.
he's here and he was printing something. Hi, baby. He
So
was printing something for school.
even though the schools aren't open, the kids are still doing schooling from home. Then
Oh yes, of course. Like they're
okay,
doing remote learning. Yes, yes. Otherwise, it'd be way too much time to recoup.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
because I know I was talking to my my grandsons and kids in Calgary too, and that's the same thing out there. I just wasn't sure again because their situation is different. Their lockdown looks a bit different to ours, and I just didn't
Yeah.
know what was going on with the schooling because, of course, I don't have school age kids here. So
No, well, they are here and they are remote learning, and this has been really challenging for parents. And here in
yeah,
Eastern Ontario, we are not reopening next week, so they're going to stay online a little longer. So that's really challenging for parents. So that also ties into the mental health. How are parents' mental health
yeah.
going on? You
When your
know?
kids are home, it's already different. But when you're actually having to teach them and help them, you're becoming their teacher and trying to work that into your own schedule too. And I know you're busy enough, so that's
Yeah, I mean, the teacher is always there, and through Teams, it's a really nice platform, and they really, they're still there. The teacher are still teaching
oh, okay.
via webcam and stuff, but it's more demanding for sure. There are more things that need to be they need surroundings. They need I know my kids need like some sort of structure, and if the
Mhm.
teacher's not there, well, they ask mom, right? So,
Yep.
um, so yeah, so it's been a juggling act trying to run two businesses and
And be a
and
school
and
teacher.
schooling the kids and being a housewife and
Yeah. and a cook and everything else. And yeah, because I saw like they're looking at probably about February the 10th before they're even looking at going back. Right?
It's gonna be a while. So how are you doing, parents? Are you handling the situation okay? I know I've seen a lot of posts on Facebook. Some people are just, ripping their hair out of their heads because it's like really, really difficult. But
please don't rip your hair out or do anything drastic.
Oh no,
until
I've got it. I was lucky.
Until the hairdressers and beauty salons are open, don't do anything drastic.
Well, I was lucky because we're pretty set in the routine. My kids were staying home from the get-go. Like I didn't send them back to school in September. So I mean, we're got our routine packed down. We're okay. But the poor parents who were not able to return to like the kids who were not able to return to school, who had their routines figured out with going to school, now it's really a big change in their lives.
Oh, definitely.
Anyway, speaking of housewife, I was talking about being a housewife. I had a big anniversary this weekend. This is my 15th year anniversary.
I know. Congratulations.
Married with my husband. Yeah. And so we celebrated with we got some takeout. And we ordered.
You were supposed to wait for me for that. But it was your anniversary, so you're allowed, I guess.
Yeah. So we ordered sushi.
Yep.
And so from Love Sushi, it's a fabulous place in town. If you don't know it, you need to try it if you like the sushi. A lot of people still think that there's no sushi place in town, and actually that place, and it's amazing. Like I got my food, and I looked at the plate, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And I started eating it, and it's like the flavors are so awesome. And I've eaten sushi everywhere in the world. Like I've literally, like, anytime I travel, I stop at a sushi place, and so I've had sushi everywhere in the world. I've had it in San Francisco, in Texas, San Antonio. I have had it in Europe. I've had it like everywhere, except like I haven't gone to Japan. I'm sure it would be better there. But this is some of the best sushis I've tasted. They have such an interesting combination of flavors. Like they mix things that you would not necessarily see on sushi. Like, for example, one of the rolls that I take, it's a spicy scallop roll, and it's got a kiwi on it. A kiwi, like you wouldn't expect to see a slice of kiwi on the sushi, but it's just divine.
Well, the colors and the presentation, because I saw the plate, like the platter, it was really, really nice.
Yeah, and well, that's all part of our month-long trying to support local restaurants, and so I slacked off a little bit last week. It's just I had the best intentions, but it's just too much for my wallet. But I think you had some stuff yesterday.
Well, we do order. That's kind of, it's not the healthiest food because we eat a lot of, chicken salads. Shell does all the cooking, but then a few times a month we do order from North End Pizza. And we have the pizza and poutine. Yes, I put a picture yesterday. It's a good comfort food, so it was nice. It was. And their pizza is really good. So that was an all dressed with extra mushrooms. And that was a large poutine, all for under $20, and that feeds like both of us for one supper, and then we have leftovers for the next day. So,
yeah, that's pretty good.
So yeah, it's good. That's our go-to pizza place. I've heard that there's other places like Manny's. People keep talking about that. We haven't tried that because we always go to North End. But
I've never had North End.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Try it.
Yeah. I've been told many times I'll have to try it.
Yeah,
right, so for mental health,
I do things like Pizza Hut and stuff like that because I tend to like not the big greasy pizza, but if you want a good, nice, greasy, good pizza, North End.
Yeah, well, nothing beats cornhole pizza, really.
No, it's good.
Okay, so mental health. Do you have something for us to cope with the pandemic?
Are we going to talk about how we're coping with the pandemic, the present that I bought, or do you want me to talk about the event that's coming up on the 28th?
Let's talk about Bell Let's Talk.
Yeah.
First.
So Bell Let's Talk Day is going to be on the 28th of January, which is, I believe, this Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Time is flying by. It's at 6:30. So it's a mental health discussion with Cornwall community panelists. It's a free event. And I'm going to go down the list of panelists because there's some really good speakers there. So we're talking about Bernadette Clenoir. She's going to be there. Mental health promoter Angel D'Alessio. I hope I'm saying her name right. Mental health advocate Mitch Dubo. Parent mental health advocate Chantal Larocque. Singer-songwriter Melanie Brule. We know her. She's a wonderful lady. Ivan LaBelle, co-founder of MenTalk, and Stephen Duris, co-founder of MenTalk. So you know what?
Yes, who were featured in our Men of Movember issue.
Yeah. So no, they've got a good mix of people talking, and it's nice to see two men in there too. So
yes, because men and mental health, we always I don't know, there's a stigma around it, and those two guys are really chipping at it, right? They're trying to tear down those stigmas and make sure that men also get all the help they need.
Yeah, because they definitely do. I mean, men have to portray that tough image, but you know what? They're human.
They're vulnerable too.
They are. So this is all happening at 6:30. It says link to join the MS Teams, and it's a virtual roundtable. So it's
awesome.
Yeah.
So we're going to be launching a little I don't want to call it a contest because there's not really a prize attached to it, but a challenge, let's say.
That's what
it is. Call it a challenge. So a mental health challenge. So my lease for Christmas gave me a set of these.
Yep, and I have a set of exactly the same that I bought myself. And every month,
and a little coloring book.
So every month, what you have is you've got the month, and then you've got a picture above that you color. Mm-hmm. So what Julie and I are going to do for our mental health, because it's supposed to be relaxing. You've got it upside down. But
I know.
And the first one is, what do you have there? You got the, how did you end up with the square? It's a line.
No, I'm just flipping the pages.
Okay, all right, we're just showing we start off with the lion. So through the month, the idea is through the month, we're coloring it. Right now, we've been super busy, so we haven't had a chance, but by next week is the end of the month, right?
Yes.
At the end of the month, the beginning of the next month, we're going to be showing and comparing our coloring. So I thought what would be nice is to scan the picture, put it on our Facebook page, and whoever wants to download it can color with us. And then next Monday, you can pop in on the show or scan it and put it on the comment page and show us what your coloring looks like, because everybody has their own style. Even though Julie and I have exactly the same markers and pencil crayons, I'm sure our lions are going to look different because of our styles. So
yeah. Well, so join us on this little challenge, and it'll be a double purpose. So first, you can do something fun with us, and second, it'll help with keeping you sane over the pandemic.
Yeah, because coloring, things like that, it's all relaxing. And I know it's something that we don't usually do because we're sitting at our computers working. So this will be a totally different thing for us. Just like our paint night was. That was relaxing too.
That was really fun. And our guest today will be talking to us about more online events that can be done. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure I'm going to pop in and watch her shows and her workshops, because it's mixed media and there'll be a lot of fun, I'm sure. So I'll bring her in right now. So this is Yafa Goeli. Hi, Yafa. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Yes, well, thank you for accepting to come on the show.
It's an honor. Thank you.
we have so much to talk about because you are such an interesting person.
And you have a lot of energy, which we really like. We love your energy.
Thank you so much. I'm really like, I don't know, I'm blushing now, but thank you. Thank you. I'm really happy to be here with you today. And I'm happy that actually you're going to talk with me and ask me about what I'm doing, because usually I'm the one who's asking people about what
Yeah.
they're doing and what's happening. And now it's kind of a chance for me to express myself as well and talk about my projects and my art. So I
Yeah.
really appreciate this. Thank you so much.
No problem at all. So you are a very accomplished artist. You graduated from the University of Alexandria, I believe.
Yes.
And you've lived in so many places and traveled. And we all know that travel just builds people up, right? It's like the more you travel, the more you're taking in of different cultures, and then you can integrate that with your art. So I want to ask first and foremost, what type of art do you do?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you for asking this question. So I actually tried lots of kind of art, and especially, of course, in the college for my study. And then I think through my travels and working with other organizations, I decided to do something called Development Through Art program. So I have been studying this, and then I become one of, let's say, the leaders in other groups who's doing this program. So I do write my own programs. I can develop a whole program, like for schools, for daycares, for kids who are in, let's say, in need to create more. And this has become I think my passion as well, to work with people. So I do development through art programs with people and communities, and this is what I'm blessed to to be just doing for living, and doing to be as well fulfilling my need to do art.
Oh,
So
I just want to point out, when you say you studied art in Alexandria, we're not talking Alexandria here. We are talking about people who don't know
I
that.
should specify
Yeah.
Alexandria,
No,
Egypt,
that's
right?
fine. I have been studying in Alexandria in Egypt,
Mhm.
right, as my parents are there. And then I moved after I moved after, I think, when I graduated, after 3 years after my graduation, to Dubai. And I have been working and living there for 10 years. And then I'm blessed to be here in Canada now. And all over this, I was always doing art. So it was a journey with non-stop creating art.
Hmm. And you're a movie maker too, right?
Part of my study was to work to learn how to make and be a director for films and movie maker. Yes, was like I can help with sound, lighting, editing, and I do this. But I'm so blessed as well that I choose to do documentaries for, I think, people who needs to have something, a story to tell, but they don't know how. So I decided to work a lot in documentaries, and this become my choice, that I would love to create documentaries.
Wow.
That's great. That's great.
Thank you.
So you moved from
Du-
Cairo to Dubai, and then Dubai to Montreal, and then
Mhm.
Montreal to Cornwall. So I
Yes.
am absolutely sure that people are wondering why
Why
Cornwall.
Cornwall?
Those cities are so big. Like, I mean, those other cities are so
Millions
big.
of people, millions, right? The numbers are huge. And then I
Uh-huh.
think now I'm in Cornwall, and I feel, as I was saying in my last interview, I feel like we're a big family. We're together. You know your neighbors, you know who's living in the end of the street, and this makes me feel safe, and I feel connected because you can see the people, you're familiar with the faces. But I
Mhm.
think it happened for a reason. We needed
Uh-huh.
to, I think, to calm and breathe. And even with what's happening, and it's very, very hard times, I feel like it's a very good chance that we can work for things that we really wanted to do, but we have been busy running. Life was, taking us, and now we're settled, I guess. And yeah, I wish to learn how to, like, I don't know how to plant. So one of my dreams is to learn how to plant and do more things with the creations, handmade and stuff. And now this is a chance. I'm trying to get the best out of the situation now.
Yeah. Yeah, so it slowed you down, like from the big, busy bustle to, yeah.
It was super busy, and this city doesn't sleep. It's always on. There is something happening at night, and situations and stuff. And I think even in Montreal, it was the same. While I felt first when I arrived to Montreal that it's like tiny and cute homes and old places, but it was very alive. It's in the dynamic of how people are living their life. It's like work, things, events, and I think here in Cornwall, it's a different kind of invitation to walk more, to admire the sky. There is not a lot of big buildings. I actually can see the sky. I was like, oh my God, there's beautiful sky. I can see the sky. This is as well. It's a giving gift, or you can later, after let's say a while, or maybe because you're here for a long time, but I'm till now, I'm every day look at the sky in the sunset, I'm like, I'm blessed. This is amazing that I can see the sky. I can actually see the river with not a lot of cars, and I'm not risking my life to walk there. You actually can reach. So this is amazing. It's a blessing. And I think in my artistic part, and as a mother as well, I'm happy to be in Cornwall and connecting more with this beauty, the natural beauty.
Would you say that it's a more balanced lifestyle?
I will say it's more grounded. It is grounding. It's calling to build something that will stay. When you make a relationship with someone, you know that these people you're not just seeing them in the metro and then, oh, maybe we'll not see them again. Actually, it's something that makes you, it's a call for everyone. And I think for me to go back basically to discover the truth, what I am, what I'm doing, what I want to do. And when I connect with someone, and I think it's the same invitation. You give what you have, and you build from this truth, because it's a grounding place. You can see big trees. I don't know how many years, more than 50, 60 years. And I think this is what gets me to feel blessed and very willing to build. Yes, to build and connect in the community.
So speaking of grounding, so you've been here a very short period of time. Your family came right before the pandemic started, and you actually really grounded yourself into the community, because it is like I've you came in March, I think it was, or was it February or March?
It was beginning in March, and we came with this happy energy. Oh, we have, in Montreal, parking was an issue for us, and now we have our own parking. So we're like celebrating every little details, the space, the idea of having this view in every step in the street. That was our celebration. And then after a while, maybe a week or two, it just started. The whole thing, the lockdown and everything. But I think it's our way to connect, like, because me and my partner, my husband, we are already in the art field from years ago. I think this is the what happened. We felt the need to connect. So we start doing these connections through interviewing people and talking with artists all over the world. And then we start to record our talking with them, because everyone we know, they're actually doing something in art. They play music, theater, because this is our people, our friends. And from here, I think the idea came that we can build a connection through this space, the internet space, and we're not alone. And that was another blessing, and grew to get to the idea of, we have to do something in Cornwall because we're here now. And if you want to change the world, you start from this spot, wherever you are in this place. So we started connecting, and I'm super blessed. It was just, I think it was the circle of you take the intention for one step, and then other steps follow.
Yeah. So you're now a board member of YAC.
Yeah, I'm blessed to be. Thanks for everyone. Actually, they leaded me to be a member in the YAC. I feel I'm connected and accepted and fast. The steps and the intention is going fast. This is what I'm good at. This is what I want to do. And of course, for all the board, and for Tracy and for Richard and everyone. This was an amazing chance for me as well to connect with people who have experience. They know very well in what's happening in the community in Cornwall, so they can lead me and put this energy that it's going, to just want to do things. So I'm happy that I'm in the right place with them.
Now for YAC, I just, again, for our listeners who don't know what YAC is, like, we are familiar with it, but it's called Arts Council. So
yeah.
I just
That's
wanted
right.
to let them know.
And now you've started the Art Hive.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
So the Art Hive, I believe it was already existed. It's there in Montreal, and I was super excited to get to know about it. I got to know about it, I guess, in the Concordia University, and I was super happy when I went there because it was, you don't have to make a workshop, you don't have to deliver something. It just, you have to be there, and of course, yes, and Brett, of course, and then you just be there, and from being there, you create art with others, and this process gets us connected and talking, and we can heal each other through doing art. And related to what you just have been saying about the mental health, it's a very amazing healing process to create art together. So I was a member there in the Art Hive in Montreal, and I had the intention to have my own Art Hive. So I established something, and I even tried to invite people to come to my house, my own place, to create art together. And I did some sessions, and then I moved to Cornwall, and I found myself in a lockdown. I couldn't do much. So I was thinking, when we're able, to be outside with the masks, I can just be in front of my house in the front yard and invite people to do art. And Kathleen and Linda and people start coming, and of course Jane, they came and they supported the idea, and neighbors and people I don't know from the street. And from here, I think the society was, especially with what's happening in this lockdown and all the pandemic situation, it was a call to connect with no rules. You just please be with us and let's create art. And the Cornwall Art Hive is growing now because we have been accepted to be part of the 125 Pitt Street Studios. And thanks to the amazing artists there, they give us a place for free to just sit there and create art once a month. And because what's happening now, we're going online because we can't actually meet or even invite people for to be together. So we're moving online, and very soon the Art Hive, the Cornwall Art Hive, is going to have more attention from the YAC and more support. And I hope it will help more, to reach for more people in the community to get together. It's a free sessions for art.
Wonderful.
So let's talk about those sessions. So I was on your website and I was looking at some of your I'm trying to find a video because I wanted to bring it in. Yes, here it is. So I want to bring this on. It's very professionally done. I've always wondered how they do that. I suppose you just put a camera on top and on the tripod, but so you have here a video and you're doing some crafts and
in the
people
summer
can follow along.
Yeah. This was in the first lockdown, right? And I think I was trying to reach for kids all over, like just in the internet session for free, watch the video and try to be with us whenever you want to. And this was not only one or two. I have been doing one video every week, and that time it was me giving to connect, to reach for people, to tell them that we can actually create some music instruments at home, and how it's beautiful because artist it's a big word. You can paint, you can create music, you can act, you can dance, you can make stories, create animation. It's an open invitation for everyone, especially these days, to do more from things that they didn't do before. So this was my my I think as well gift for myself to connect and to do what I love while I'm still at home. And it grew. Right now we're going to have Zoom meetings that people can join So everyone can actually be part of what's happening, part of the video, part of creating the art. And this will be every Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
Starting from next month, every Monday, it will be an open invitation. We'll just open the camera and people can come and create art together. And whatever you have in the house, it could be art. So we can use recycled stuff. We can use the newspapers, like anything around you. You can create art from. You don't have to buy. I don't want anyone to spend more money, especially in these days. So we can find solutions how to create art and how can get the parents connected with their kids, because we're all at home together. So let's do happy activities.
Like, this is so cool what I'm watching right now. So you basically made a guitar with a tub of cream cheese and a few rubber bands, right?
Yes, because you see, I think the basic, or the when you go really deep in the idea of creating art or music, it's about the small ideas, like the sound. What is the sound? What is the difference between each sound? Why the drums is different than the guitar? And of course, if someone is talented, will go search and do more. But everyone needs taste of art. Everyone needs to do something related to art. Choosing your clothes, your hairstyle, it's part of being in the art of life. And I think this was my intention all the time, to tell everyone art is simple. You don't have to be in a big gallery or to buy $1,000 painting to be, like I taste art, or I'm connected with art. You're connected every day in a very simple way.
Yeah, art is all around us. And what I like too is like you making all these things, and you're saying parents can connect too. Like parents can become children and have fun, especially at this time. Again, for the mental health, it's awesome.
It's a call for everyone, especially for our local artists who are having, I would say, leading and giving an example that they can still in their studios and sitting creating. It's a very important that they inspire people. So especially with Cornwall Art Hive, we're going to host a local artist every month. It will not be only me, because I'm just doing the handcrafts and small stuff, but we have different artists who they're doing amazing stuff. So we have Pierre, and we have Kim coming soon, I hope, and Linda and Kathleen, and everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome, because we're planning to make it a movement in the community that everyone can actually inspire each other. And as artists who are practice art for years, I think it's important to not only to teach, to inspire. And this is different, between both.
Now, I just want to ask a quick question. You're saying this is going to happen every Monday. Do you have a time for it yet?
Yeah, and the event is already in my page, and this is it's basically me, this one. But for the Cornwall Art Hive, it will be once a month with a local artist, and I can send you all the links after the interview. So if anyone is interested, you're all welcome. It's all free events. Just this is like, I think it's healing everyone and healing the artists and healing the people and to see each other, as you said.
Yeah. So what time are you going to be holding this? Like, what time is it?
It's 1 o'clock for the art event, which is basically for kids and parents, which is I'm leading this one. And every month it will be the first Saturday for the Cornwall Art Hive. It will be, I think, at 2 o'clock, which is going to stay for 45 minutes with a local artist. And we're going to start with Pierre next month, six of the months.
Pierre Giroux?
Yes, Pierre Giroux. Yes, and I pronounce it right. Yes, Pierre Giroux.
That's awesome. Okay, and I want to talk about the exhibition that you are planning for when the lockdown actually ends. Who knows when that's going to be, but hopefully sooner rather than later. So you have this exhibit that will be happening called Power Shine Body Art Exhibition. So I have to ask first, what is body art?
Yeah, I want to know too.
So thank you for asking. I'm actually very blessed to have the chance to speak about this project. I have been working in this project for a very, very long time. And to make a very long story short, this is a body painting art project that I started since I have been in the college. I was really inspired with the opposite direction that they give us in the college, that they have to sit and look at the banana and an orange and paint it for like 6 hours. So I started painting my hand because it was really long time looking at this banana and orange. And then I decided really and then I decided from there, of course I have to deliver the project because this is the way to, to finish your study, but I wanted to do a live painting. And from here I started painting my own hands. And then I had to invite open-minded people who will accept the idea that I would love to try painting them. And then when they move, you can see the movement of their own painting changing. So I don't do the tiger or this stuff that we can see in the internet. I work basically to talk to people how they feel about their own body, and no one should be perfect, and no one is really like who's the model. What is beauty for you? And from here we talk about it, and we get something beautiful, and we shine. So if you like this area in your body, so we shine this area more because you love it, and we put colors to say about this shining. So it was the light, it was the sun, and shining powerful ladies. They delivered this message of being strong, shining, and amazing, proud of their body. And again, no one should be a model. Everybody's beautiful their own way, and we're tall, short, big, small, different colors, different skins, and we're all amazing. And from here this project grew with workshops and people who are doing yoga and people who are like in theater and dance and using their body already. And some people who said, I would never do this. This is so far from my comfortable area. Like, I don't want anyone to put colors in me. And then when they tried, it was a blessing. They're super happy because it's a good experience actually to like the kids, when you take them to a birthday party and then they do, Spider-Man or they change. Art changing people, and art makes people happy, and adults as well. They just forget how to get this pleasure, to get messy and to play and to put some colors, and it's okay, just take a shower and everything will be fine. And this particular work, it's done in Montreal with amazing souls and sisters. And Kaiser, my partner, my husband, was taking a photo session after my session of the body painting. And we're working together with Killiam Gallery, Tracy, to give this out to the light. It was private project for a long time. And I think, again, after the pandemic and everything is happening, it's the time, the now. If you want to do something, do it now. So if you want to learn to dance, to paint, to do artwork, just do it now, right? It's a big sign for the whole universe. Like, go ahead.
I think so. I think you're right. I think that we have to stop postponing stuff because, we have learned with the pandemic that tomorrow is not sure thing. We don't know, I mean, if you had told me a year ago that I would be here doing this kind of stuff today, I would have said, yeah, you're crazy. But okay, so the exhibit is because I was going to ask that. So how does that look? What does that look like? A body painting exhibit? Do you have like a whole bunch of people standing there, or But I see it's a photograph.
We're still planning. We want to give the work that we already done with professionally and with professional pictures. And we would love, of course, if we're able to, through this pandemic and the what's happening, I would love to do something live to show people how it tastes. It's something. It's a very old tradition if you think about it. Like in the old tribes, they used to put some paintings before the war in the weddings. When they're going to hunt, and all this paintings for giving the luck or for protection or to make you look pretty, or even females and males, it doesn't matter. It was something that all humans used to do, and now we have tattoos, right? And it's common. So I think this part of doing it live, it could be added if we have the chance and we're all safe to practice the body painting.
Yeah, it kind of actually, you talk about drawing on your hands too. I mean, there was all that henna art too. Like,
it's very common as well. Thank you. I didn't know that you know about the henna. Yes, of course. So henna.
That being done. I mean, that's all painting on the body too. So
Mhm. Yeah, and
Yeah,
nowadays people are doing like different kind of related to art things without really thinking about it. Like there is this tattoo for the eye, and a tattoo even for here and stuff.
yeah.
So why they do this? They want to go back again for things that actually rooted before, I don't know, 100 years, that we need art in our lives, and that makes us feel pretty. And in different cultures, pretty is a different concept. But
Yeah.
I think for me, the body painting was always something to open and to shine and to look more stronger,
Mhm.
because it's actually makes people feel different. It's like when you don't need to buy clothes, but your skin is something that makes you already feeling okay.
Mhm.
yeah, and it's super interesting that you would use the skin as a canvas, like, right?
Yeah, and then when the skin
Very
moves,
different.
or the body will move with different movement and muscles, the painting itself will be alive. It would look different. And it's
Yeah.
always having something new in it. And if you have two people and they do different shapes together, it will look different. And this is non-stop ideas. And
Mhm.
this is why the human connection is very important. It's not a just a steel painting and that's it. It will keep being alive.
I love
And yeah, let's hope it will will just be able to open and go ahead. And I will be honored, of course, when everyone can see the work and come to the gallery and see the real work, and to see what I have been working, me and Kaiser, in this process for years now.
Well, very
it.
interesting.
Oh,
So
thank you.
behind you is a piece of art that you've done, I'm assuming?
Yeah, behind me. Yeah, and the first
Yes.
the first months in the whole house now is full with things because it was very long 4 months in the beginning. I did everything around me, and again I go back to work inside for small stuff, and then when it's open I wanted to connect with real places. Missed people a lot, so I think we have been doing a lot of and thanks of course for Tilly's and Carol. She accepted us to work inside her coffee shop. So I did some art workshops in her place. And I think this is again my main passion, to work with people. You don't have to be in the gallery to practice art. You can practice art in a coffee shop, in the street. And of
Mhm.
course, with Ontario Culture Days that I have been honored to be part of, I did this two workshops, one in the Pet Street Studios, and one in the windows of the art center. The art center is not open yet, and we can't get inside, but they very, very kind. They just give me the windows. So I put the art that we did in the workshop in the windows so people can see art. And this is why I think the graffiti or the street art is important. Or you can just walk and hear some music. It makes you feel you're connected, you're alive, and there is other pretty beauty around you. And this is why I think the street art, the simple art, is very um, it have to be alive. We have to do something. And now we're online for this reason, because we can't see each other. We can go outside. Online events will be open for everyone. Just
Mhm.
click the link and just come. And from your own home, you're safe.
Well, you'll definitely see us there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, waiting for you. Join us, please. Yeah.
yes,
But
we
you know what?
will.
That's like you said, people don't have to be shy about entering a workshop or an area or something. They just do it from their own home. So I think this is a good way for people to start doing arts and crafts. People that usually wouldn't, you know?
See, art will never take from you. Art will always add.
Yeah.
So even if you will not practice yourself, just seeing art and being around what's happening makes you feel okay. And then I think from here it's like the dance, like, oh no, I don't want to dance, and after 5 minutes everybody's dancing. It's the same thing. It's an open call, because there is no wrong and right. There is no rules who's doing what, because again, we're not looking to create art that is going to be a professional, or sell it in a gallery. We're doing this just to be connected, just
Hmm.
to do something together. And especially for the mental health, and back again for what you mentioned before, it's very important. We need to relax our brain by doing something with our own hands, and to so think about it. And if you can't meditate, art is meditation itself.
Hmm.
or if you, of course, if you can do both will be great, but it's still, you can do the art itself and just put an idea in a paper or get something and create out of it. And from my experience, it will with different ages, different groups, with in refugee camps, in art workshops with kids who left school, or different and with moms, with moms who are at home with little babies. It was always giving joy and happiness. And I think this is the main invitation, that we can share happiness now. Because if it's not now, so when? Right now, we need it the most, as you said.
Yeah, I love
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us today, Yafa.
Thank you. My
I
pleasure.
wish you all the best. Like, you're really, I love your energy. I love how you've come to our community and you've embraced it and you've contributed.
Thank you.
This is awesome. We always love to see people come in and just being a part of us, like, and I think Cornwall has embraced you as well.
Of course, I'm blessed to be here. It's just a blessing. Every day I remind myself with my blessings, for being safe, for being accepted, for having you, for having other friends around. And I think, again, it's happening for a reason. Everything, this is for a reason. I came here for a reason.
Always says that.
Yes, and I will see you online.
I always think that everything happens for a reason, and Julia goes, "Stop saying that." But it's true.
I'm like, shut up! You're driving me nuts.
But it's true. Everything happens for a reason, and you're here because this is where you need to be right now.
Yes, yeah, I totally believe there is a message behind every step we do in the journey, because we learn from each other, and even we learn from the hard times much more than the happy times. And this is, I think, a lesson for everyone now. So I'm trying my best to look and to learn my lesson, what I really wanted to do. And I'm blessed to be here, really, with all meanings.
And we're blessed to have you here.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And yes, I will see you online, and everybody's welcome. Please share of course, please share everywhere in the Seekers and tell people that they're welcome to come. It's totally for free. We can open donations if anyone wants to, but it's basically for free. You can just come, open the link, and sit and do some art with us.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon, I'm sure.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh, wow. I'm energized. Are you energized?
Yeah,
I'm totally motivated now.
Well, remember I told you she has a lot of good energy. So yeah, she's really, and like she was saying, like, you look at it too, because a lot of people are shy to do art. They think they've got to have some kind of style or be an artist. But yeah, art connects, and you can do anything. Anything is art. Doesn't have to be a detailed.
Picasso.
I know
Picasso. Like, I mean, it's like a lot of people say that their 2-year-olds do better stuff than Picasso. Yet, like, he's one of the most well-known artists and the highest priced artist in the world. So, yeah, no, definitely, you don't need, like, everybody has a different style. Everybody has a different view of things, and even if it's just throwing some colors on paper, it's therapeutic. Like, she was Yafa was mentioning something about meditating and art, and how art is meditation on its own. Like, I can't sit and meditate. Like, my mind is too busy.
You can't do. I can't.
I can't. Like, clearing my mind that way, I can't. But I will sit down in front of a canvas and start, like we did on the paint night. And that's totally where I disconnected. Like, you don't think about things. You don't think about COVID for an hour and a half. Like, it's it is meditation in itself. So join us. I'm sure I'm gonna hop on our workshops, and my lease too, I'm sure, is gonna hop on our workshops as well. And the link is in the comment section. You can grab it and simply just go on there. The date is February 6th. I'm going to post it right here just so you can see it.
And what I
It's a
like,
long link, but that's in the comment box. You can just
what I like is the fact that once a month she's going to have an artist join her too, because
Uh-huh.
that's the nice thing is we know most of them, and they all have different styles too. So I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, which is very much aligned with what the Seeker has been doing from the get-go. Like we've always had a heart for arts and culture. We've always tried to shine a light on artists in the area. I don't know what happened that stopped happening at some point.
Well, we
I
remember
know.
when we first started, we had the Seeker and then we had the Art Seeker. Every week we would do it. How we did one a week, I have no clue. I don't know
I
how we
know,
did
right?
that for what, 8 years, but we would have an actual newspaper every second week that was dedicated to the arts. We
Yeah.
have to get back to that somehow.
Yes, absolutely. You know, and everything happens for a reason. Well, maybe that's the reason we met Yafa, so we can, get back to our roots and see how we can shine a light on the arts and culture. But I mean, we've always been involved. Like we were the first ones donating to the new art center,
Yeah, that
right?
we're very proud of. We're very
Yeah.
proud. That was a
So
substantial amount that we gave them. So that
it
was
it was, and now it's really great to see that project is coming to fruition. Like it's probably going to be taking place very soon. I mean, there's the goal was $1 million fundraised through the community, and they're getting really close to that amount. So
Mhm.
and then once that's reached, then they can get funding from other levels of government. Because I think, there's got to be like a certain amount from us, well, a certain amount from the art center, a certain amount from the city, a certain amount from the Ontario, and a certain amount from Canada. So yeah.
Yeah, because that
All
like,
right.
oh Jesus, time flies when you're having fun. Just
I
like that.
know, right? I know. So any last words, Mylise? Do you have any other events like
Well, I had written a few things down that I had found. So Taekwondo, SCNG Taekwondo is doing free virtual classes, and that is it's starting now, January 25th through to February the 10th. So that's another thing, if you don't have time to actually, which is nice, you don't have time to actually go to their location, and right now nobody can be together anyway. Just hop on the virtual platform and do it right from your own home. So you can do some taekwondo. Today at 1 o'clock, actually, the Tri County Literacy is hosting landscaping and ground maintenance. It's a course and it's hosted on Zoom. So, I don't know. I kind of like this idea because there's so many different things you can try right now, right from the comfort of your own home. Thursday, the 28th, there is the Bell Talk event that we had talked about, but there's also a palliative care workshop, coping with grief during COVID. That's something else for mental health, because that's really hard right now. That's at 10 o'clock in the morning. And Business Enterprise Center. Oh, good, you've got that up. And the Kono Business Enterprise Center is hosting free winter webinars right now too, again via Zoom. So go to their Facebook page or their website and check out the different courses that they're offering. Like this, there's a lot going on virtually, but there's a lot going on.
Yeah, well, that's it. Everybody had to move towards online and adapt and overcome. Like that's what we got to do. Like we've moved a lot of the stuff that we do online, and it's the way of the future. Like, anyways, that's my also my topic for my editorial, because you're looking at where we are a year later, and you wonder, is it time to admit that life as we knew it is gone, and move forward and find new solutions and new ways of doing things, so
I mean,
what do you know?
after, we don't know how long this is going to be because nobody has a crystal ball, but I mean, things are changing and we're still living and we're still doing stuff.
Yeah.
And maybe this is the, like, say, the way to go. Like, try different things on Zoom and maybe eventually we
I
can.
honestly don't think the masks are going anywhere.
No.
Like, I think this is the new normal. Like, I think masks are going to be something that people do automatically forever. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Hopefully I'm wrong.
Even if with the vaccine, like, you'll still feel safer if you have a mask on.
Yeah.
And I like the way masks are changing too. Like, people are kind of dressing their masks to go with their outfits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you know, I bought some outfits for my daughter online at what was it, Urban Planet, and they had those shirts, and the shirts came with masks,
yeah.
like matching masks. It's like
I've seen that. I've seen that they're designing them to go together, so it's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So you get a $10 shirt and you got a mask with it. So it's kind of cool.
I still like our masks. I still like these. Are
Oh, I love our masks. I love the fit.
And in the winter, when you're going for a walk, it keeps your face warm, so it's all good.
Well, I went for my hike yesterday, and we were wearing the masks not because there were people around us. We're wearing the mask because it keeps our face covered and warm. You know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, was it ever cold yesterday? I actually had to stop at one point and take my gloves and put them on my toes because it was too cold. My feet were frozen.
Yeah, you mentioned that. It's not something I haven't done before. We were big skidoers too. And I mean, as soon as my feet get cold, like I said, game over. I'm not a happy camper. So you have to get really good boots. I got really good boots for when I'm outside.
Yeah. I got to do that because my boots are not good for long hikes at minus 22.
I have to have warm feet first. I mean, my hands need to be warm too, but once my feet get cold, I remember we skidooed many, many years ago in the mountains in Quebec, and it was so cold that my feet were just, my boots were not good boots at that time. My feet were so cold, Julia, that I was scared if I took my boots off, my toes would probably fall off. I didn't even want to look because I wasn't sure what I would find, but it was so cold. I couldn't even feel my feet. So after we got back from that little ride, oh my God, I didn't care how much I was spending on boots. My feet,
well, it's on my to-do list for this week.
Yeah, they were not feeling like that ever again because I was scared I had frostbite. I was really worried about that. So, yeah, not good.
I got an air fryer this week, so I'll let you know how that goes.
Oh, you did? Good. I know you talked about it.
Yeah, I got one, and I haven't unpacked it yet, but I'm really, because all my friends on Facebook have received one for Christmas, and everybody's talking about air fryers. So I figured my stove is broken right now, and it's pretty penny to fix. So I figured I'll just try a air fryer, see how that goes.
Let me know how that goes, and
I'll let you know next week.
For everybody, we are going to post each picture every month. So this month you'll be painting a lion. It'll be on our Facebook page if you want to download and paint and color it with us, and then compare next Monday. We'll have something to show you as what we've done. So we want to see what you've done.
Yep. And if you're not done, it's fine. As if it's partly done, that's totally okay. Just show us what you've done, and we'll post them online.
Yeah, and right now we are working on the February Seekers. So just if anybody has anything they still want to put in, we still have today. So email it to us, info@theseeker.ca. If you've got an ad or something for Valentine's Day. If you want to let people know, if your restaurant's open, if you've got takeout, delivery, there's so much up in the air right now with COVID. We don't know who's doing what. So send it in. Any events, let us know. Put that on our website, theseeker.ca, in the events section. If you don't let us know about it, we can't help you advertise it. So
exactly,
all about.
All right. Well, that's it for us for today. I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week.
and a super duper day. Bye.
Bye.